Good afternoon, students. Welcome to your English class. I hope you spent your last week very well, and I hope you can hear me. I hope more students will join soon. So let's just have a quick recap of what we have learned in the last class. Okay. So in the last class, thank you Shubham Dali, thank you Srushti for responding. Okay. In the last class we learned about poem comprehension, right? It's poetry comprehension, in which I told you this year onwards you will be given an unseen poem for reading comprehension. It will come under the reading section and you will be awarded 5 marks for answering all the questions correctly, right? So in the last class we just discussed about the important aspects of a poem comprehension. Even then we will just revise what we have learned very quickly. The first slide, we discussed about the aim or purpose of poem comprehension. The aim and purpose of giving poem comprehension exercises to you to check the students' understanding of the content of the poem. How do you understand the poem? How do you understand the content, what is written in the poem, by reading it yourself? To assess this understanding capacity of the student, we give poem comprehension to the students. Second, how do you process the information according to the questions given below the poem by yourself? That is another purpose why the poem comprehension is an integral part of your language question paper. The third aspect is that it is to enhance your reading skill. It is to enhance the reading skill of the students. These are the 3 aims or purposes of giving poem comprehension to the students. Okay. So now let's see the next slide. So we give poem comprehension in the language question paper. So how do the examiner do the evaluation? That means it includes the method of evaluation of poem comprehension. So there are 2 ways or 2 aspects. It's not 2 ways, 2 aspects. The first aspect is the examiner provide you a set of questions. The person, whoever is making the question paper, gives you a unseen passage comprehension in the question paper, and just below that there will be a set of questions for you to answer. And the second aspect is that the subject teacher analyze the answers which are written by you in the answer paper. So these are the 2 methods of evaluation. One, by providing the questions to the children. Second, by analyzing the answers of that particular questions, the evaluation is done. So this also we have discussed in the last class. Now, how to attend the poem comprehension is the thing which we have discussed in the last class. The first thing to do is read the poem very well for the details. So I told you how you should read. First you should read fast to understand the general ideas. Then you read comparatively in a slow pace to understand the details. I told you the example. First, when you read, you may understand that the poem is all about flowers. So second time when you read for details slowly, you may understand this poem is all about not all the flowers. This poem is all about marigold and The marigolds which are mentioned in the poem are having two colors, yellow and orange. So this is how we come to know about the general idea and the details. Okay. Now, second thing is that understand the question and search for the information. You have to understand the information what is given in the poem. First you have to understand the questions. After understanding the questions, then you search in the poem for the answers, informations. Okay. Now, third thing is to use only keywords from the text. Pick up only keywords. And the fourth thing is that write answers in your own language. In the last class I told you, don't copy the lines as it is. Don't copy the poem lines as it is in the answer sheet. You will not get any mark. Instead, you understand the content of the poem, and what you have to do is, you have to use the keywords from the poem and write the answers in your own language. Okay. Now, your next slide, which we didn't discuss in the last class, starts here. In the last class, what did I tell you? I hope you remember it. I see a lot of children writing in the comment box, Madam test, Madam test. This is not what I have told you in the last class. I told you in the last class to be present with your notebook for this class. I told you Monday when you attend the online class, I will be giving you a sample poem comprehension. So be ready with your notebook for the class. This is what I told you in the last class. As well as I told you that there will be a test of adjectives. You children, those who are typing this test, Madam test in the live chat column, don't you know that this is the month of October and I haven't conducted any test during online class? Then why you are typing this question? I conduct the test after the online class by giving you the link in the WhatsApp group. You all have attended n number of tests till date in the same way. Then how come you have this doubt about test during the online class? So I hope all the children are ready with your notebook. So I want all the children to write this poem in your notebook immediately. Look at the poem which is in the screen and write it in your notebook immediately. I will read the lines. You have to write it right now. Okay. Little leaves fall softly down, red and yellow, orange and brown. Little leaves fall softly down, red and yellow, orange and brown. Write the lines. Those who have the notebook, write the poem immediately. We have half an hour only for the class. The poem is of 8 lines. You need to write comparatively fast. Okay, write fast. Whirling, twirling round and round, falling softly to the ground. Whirling, twirling round and round, falling softly to the ground. You can see how the leaves are falling at the background. It's falling very softly, and you can see the color also. Red are there, yellow, orange and brown color leaves are falling, and it is whirling round and twirling and round. Slowly it is falling on the slowly and softly it is falling on the ground. I hope students started writing this poem in your notebook. Now next stanza. Little leaves fall softly down to make a carpet on the ground. The poet says that the little leaves are falling down on the ground to make a carpet for the people to walk on that. You know, we keep red carpet and all during the award ceremonies. So here the poet says that these leaves are making a carpet on the road or on the way or under the tree, so that the people can sit on the leaves or people can walk on the leaves. See. Then swish, the wind comes whistling by. You know, there is a badmash wind, hawa. So there came a whistling wind and sends them dancing to the sky. You know, when the wind comes and it strongly blow on the dry leaves, you know that the dry leaves lift ho jata hai. The dry leaves gets lifted up in the air. So that is what is written here. Then swish, the wind came whistling by and sends them dancing to the sky, and took these leaves away from the ground to the sky. And the poet says that the wind has taken the dry leaves to the sky just for a dance. Okay. So that is the imagination of the poet. Wonderful imagination, right? So these 8 lines has to be written by you immediately in your notebook as a sample of poem comprehension. Then we will solve the questions based on this poem. Little leaves fall softly down, red and yellow, orange and brown, whirling, twirling round and round, falling softly to the ground. Little leaves fall softly down to make a carpet on the ground. Then swish, the wind comes whistling by and sends them dancing to the sky. Those who have completed writing, they can write in the chat box completed writing. Okay, I am waiting for you to complete your writing part. You have to do comparatively fast writing right now, and those who have completed, please type in the chat box that completed writing the poem. Okay, or writing is over, you can write in your own language, so that we will go to the question part. And those who couldn't write fast and complete it within the time what is given to you, don't worry, this lesson will get uploaded within 24 hours in the YouTube channel. I have given you the link. You can go to my YouTube channel and browse this lesson from the link which I have given today, and you can copy from the YouTube channel after 24 hours. Okay, within 24 hours this will get uploaded in the YouTube channel. Okay children, so it doesn't mean that you will not get the matter. Don't worry, you just learn how to solve it, and after 24 hours browse in my YouTube channel using the link which I have provided today for the class, and write the poem and copy the exercises. Okay, one child has completed, 2 children. When I see 3 children, I will start the exercise. Okay, now almost 5 minutes is over. After I have given the poem, okay, 3 children. If you cannot see it clearly, refer the same content after it gets uploaded in the YouTube channel after 24 hours. Okay. So now 4 children have completed. So other children who couldn't complete it till now, please concentrate on the exercise part, writing the poem. Okay. I have recited this poem 2 times for you. Once again I will recite it. Now concentrate in the recitation, look at the slide, stop writing and concentrate how to solve the exercise and what kind of questions you get from the poem comprehension. Okay. Little leaves fall softly down, red and yellow, orange and brown, falling, twirling round and round, falling softly to the ground. Little leaves fall softly down to make a carpet on the ground. Then swish, the wind comes whistling by and send them dancing to the sky. So kids, I hope you understood the poem, right? Now, look at the first question. Find opposites of the following words from the poem. Some words are given for which you have to find the opposites from the poem itself. That means this particular exercise is given to check your vocabulary. Okay. So let's see the first question, that is large. What is the opposite of large from the poem? Type the answer in your chat box. Large. Let me see how many of you can understand the opposite very fast. Large is the word which is given for which you have to find the opposite from the poem. Type it in the chat box. Small is not given in the poem. Okay. This is what I am telling you. Children, you should not write the opposite word if it is not given in the poem. Okay. If you write small, you will not be given mark. Because the question is that find opposite of the following words from the poem. Whatever the opposite word of large is given in the poem, that only you have to write. If you write tiny, tiny is not given in the poem. Okay, if you write small, small is not given in the poem. So if you write little, then only you will get the mark. Okay. Sahar and the other children, Dirgaish, Meshram and all, those who have written small, be very careful. The word which is mentioned in the poem or given in the poem only should be written. Here the first word itself is little and second stanza first word is also little. So large opposite is little from the poem. Amruni Taduvar, you will not be given mark if you write small better. Okay, there will be no mark for small. You have to write the word which is the opposite of large given in the poem. Poem में जो भी word दिया है large की opposite आपको ओ ही लिखना है. उससे अलावा जो word poem में नहीं लिखा है वो opposite हो सकता है, वो आप नहीं लिख सकता है. अगर आप लिख सकते हैं तो भी आप लिखने से आपको मार्क नहीं मिलेगा, क्योंकि क्वेश्चन में क्या बोला है आपको, पोएम से ढूंढ के निकालो. तो पोएम में जो वर्ड नहीं हो लिखने से आपको कैसा मार्क मिलेंगे. तो those who are writing small and tiny, I already told you, you will not get mark. You have to write little only. Okay. Now next question is hardly. What is the opposite of hardly? Type the answer in your chat box. Second question is hardly. We have to finish this exercise today, so be fast. Hardly opposite is, yes, softly. Opposite of hardly is softly, given in the first line itself. Little leaves fall softly down. Hardly opposite is softly. If you write anything else, you will not get the mark. Now find rhyming words of the poem from the rhyming words of the following from the poem. That also you have to take from the poem only. There may be a lot of other words which is rhyming with the words which is given below, but you will not be given mark. First one is crown. Crown. What is the rhyming word given in the poem? Brown rhyming word. Write down. Write in chat box fast, quick. brown, crown, crown, rhyming word. Yes, brown. So, crown rhyming word is brown. Now, bound rhyming word, already it is written by Dirgayesh Mesram. Bound rhyming word from the poem is round. If you write anything else other than sound, if you write, no mark will be given because no sound is written in the poem. So, if you write for bound, if you write ground also you will be given mark. Also you can write round because these two words are there in the poem. Okay. Now the next one is call. What is the rhyming word of call from the poem? Call rhyming word. Be fast. Rhyming word of call is, yes, Shreyanshi has written the answer, it is fall. Sagar also wrote the answer. So, if you write call rhyming word given in the poem is fall. If you write wall, no mark. Why? Because wall is not given in the poem. I hope you understood how to do this. Okay, now fourth word is men's. Men's. What is the rhyming word from the poem for men's? I hope you are writing it in your notebook also, right? Men's. Ball will not be given any mark. Shweta Makheshwari. Krishna. No mark will be given for ball because ball is not there in the poem. This is what I am repeatedly telling you. The word which is not there in the poem, even though it is rhyming with the word which is given in the question, will not be awarded any mark. Men's rhyming word is sense. There are a lot of other words which rhymes with the word men's. Spence, it rhymes with the men's. But if you write, no mark will be given. Why? Because it is not there in the poem. Now, let's check the third question. Choose the correct answer from the option given below. First question is, the leaves fall dash, square and square, round and round. The leaves fall square and square, round and round. A is correct or B? You type A or B only. Don't type the answer full, you type if means option number A is correct, you type A. If B is correct, you just type B. The leaves fall square and square, round and round. A is square and square, B is round and round. What is correct? Okay. Means Purvesh Mohod wrote the answer, that is B. Okay, that's correct. Krishnam, A is wrong. You haven't read the poem better. See, in the third line it is written whirling, twirling, round and round. The leaves fall down round and round. Okay. Now, next question is, the little leaves make a dash on the ground. A is blanket, B is carpet, C is bed sheet. So what is correct? A, B or C? 3.2. Question is, the little leaves make a dash on the ground. A is blanket, B is carpet, C is bed sheet. What is the correct answer? The answer is B. Yeah, good. Sunil Awari's C is wrong, bete. You look at the sixth line. To make a carpet on the ground. Now look at the next slide. Answer the following questions. How are the leaves falling down? Now this part of questions I will help you to answer. The leaves are falling down softly. You look here. The leaves are falling down softly is the answer. How are the leaves falling down means what is the way in which it is falling down? That is the question. Now what are the colors of the leaves? You can see in the second line itself. But you have to write the answer according to the question. Question has asked you what are the colors of the leaves. So you should not write this line like this, red and yellow, orange and brown. If you write like that, you will not get the mark. Instead, you should write the leaves are of red, yellow, orange and brown in color. I hope you understood. The leaves are of red, yellow, orange and brown in color. If you write like that, then only you will get the mark. Instead, don't copy the line as it is. This is what was told you how to attend. So it is written that pick up only key words from the poem and write the answers in your own language. Right? So, third question is, what does the wind do with the leaves? You look here, what does the wind do with the leaves? The answer is given here, but you have to write it according to the question. The wind, what did the wind do? The wind sends the leaves up in the sky. You see the last line, sends the dancing to the sky, right? The wind took the leaves and blew it up in the sky. So you should not write this line like this. Then swish, the wind comes whistling by and sends them dancing to the sky. If you write the line like that itself, no mark will be given. You have to write according to the question. The wind sends the leaves to the sky. Now what is the last question you see? What is the season mentioned in the poem? This is a general question to check your understanding. Means leaves are falling down. So which season it may be? You know, we have summer season, rainy season, winter season, autumn season and spring season. In which season does the leaves fall down? Now the leaves started falling down. What is the season? You know, it is autumn season. So how you should answer? The season, autumn is the season mentioned in the poem. One way of writing. The other way is the season mentioned in the poem is autumn. Not spring, but in spring all the plants will bloom with the flowers and it will be laden with fruits. That's why spring is called the queen of seasons. Autumn is the season in which the leaves shed, the trees and plants shed their leaves. So children, thank you for attending today's class. Those who couldn't write the poem and the exercises, within 24 hours this lesson will get uploaded in the YouTube. So refer with the same ID. Okay. We will see in the next class and we will continue poem comprehension itself. Bye till then, take care.